Ninja and Flannel. What I've got here is a Siley Wolf X Pro pistol red dot. This thing's pretty cool. It was sent out to me from Siley for free, full disclosure. However, I'm not being paid for this review, so if it sucks, I'll tell you it sucks. If it's good, I'll tell you it's good. I beat it up really good, and it did eventually break, but never failed. Kind of interesting. So let's get right on into it. Here we go. A couple of important notes before we get started is number one, check out the Ninja and Flannel website. I have all kinds of cool links and product stuff on there. The email list, pretty cool, check it out. I'll also have a link in the description for where to find this optic so you can read up more details and check them out for yourself. 1. Basic specs and details. So for starters, you've got a 50,000 hour side-loaded battery, which is very nice. You don't kind of take it off your firearm like the RMR every time you change your battery. Very cool. Your footprint is an RMR footprint, so if it's, RMR footprint, 507C, all same deal. The actual structure and the feel and the size of the window and everything is almost identical to my HoloSun 507C, so that's a good way to compare it. Reticle wise, you've got a 2 MOA dot, you've got a 2 MOA dot with a 26 MOA circle around it, or you could do just the 26 MOA circle, and that is your reticles. You got 8 different daytime setting and 2 night vision settings. It's equipped with shake wake technology, and it's also waterproof. That's pretty much your specs. Moving on. 2. Window and field of view. So the glass in this is actually super clear. I mean, it's right on par with the HoloSun, but it's definitely a lot clearer than the RMR. It's definitely preferable over the RMR, which is funny because this is much cheaper than that. But the glass looks really good. The dot is nice and crisp. Even some people I know who have had some stigmatisms, it doesn't even bother them as much as some other red dots. So I don't know how they pulled it off, but Siley did a really good job on the reticles in this, even when doing the 26 MOA circle around it, which can tend to get kind of messy in there. It always looks really crisp and clean. So the field of view and the reticle and everything, I don't have any complaints there. 3. Durability. Now this is a very interesting part of this. So as far as normal operation, normal shooting, it held 0. No problems. Screws didn't come loose, which I torqued them and Loctite them, so of course they didn't. It held really good. No shift in 0, and I beat it up pretty good. Did a whole bunch of table racking pretty heavily. No problem. Some people claim screws will shear off in different red dots. I did not have any problems with that. However, I did do some pretty intense drop testing, which this red dot, they don't actually even claim it's rated for this. But I did do some drop testing where I flipped it about 4 feet, like this, on concrete with the gun on there and just let it free fall and crack on concrete. I did exactly, I want to say 5 drops. And the results are it chipped the top a little bit, but no major damage. And it did eventually put a decent little V-shaped crack in the lens, as you can see. However, with all of that, I soaked it in water after that. It never lost its integrity as far as waterproofing, and it never lost its 0 and never stopped functioning. So even with the cracked lens, it is actually no problem at all, which is super cool because this isn't even the one they say you can drop on concrete that much. I just wanted to push it past its limit because once you know where something's limit is, you tend to be able to trust it a little more because you know what it actually can take. So this one, 5 solid drops in concrete from about 4 or 5 feet up, and it will crack the glass, but you still got your optic, doesn't affect function at all, and I would say it did really, really well. An important thing to note, and I'm really proud of them for this, is that their warranty is actually very good, and it's not fake news. They actually honor it, and they will stand by their products and hook you up when stuff breaks. So keep that in mind when looking at these optics. So overall, I would say I'm very, very impressed with this little red dot. I was hesitant because I wasn't familiar with Siley optics to begin with, and red dots are very funny business depending on what you're looking at, and there is a lot of garbage on the market, and there's a lot of good stuff on the market that we don't know about. I am starting to lean to where I believe that Siley is just kind of the good stuff that we don't know about yet. So I'm definitely going to reach out and see if they can help me out with my cracked glass, which is my fault anyway. But that'll be another story. We'll see how they respond to the cracked glass claim, and I'm really impressed that it kept working. I thought that it would warp something or change my 0, but it worked quite well. So Siley optics, maybe a decent option for budget or even maybe your primary carry gun. Farewell.